It's finally time to talk about Hyperchase. Alex and I were lucky enough to find a copy of this at the Bristol Gaming Market earlier this year, where I definitely overpaid, but was happy to support an independent video game seller. This is the only driving game I've got, and it's the only driving game with the original run of
Oh, that looks so cool. I love the lampposts.
It's a bit more complex because you have to like modulate your speed. So you can accelerate, but you've also kind of got gear shift. So it says like upshift and downshift. And then you've got brake. But much like a real car, you can increase your speed something more quickly by using the lower gear.
Yeah.
So it's quite complicated. But the hardest part is not hitting other cars and not hitting the sides. The game is only single player, so unfortunately you can't race a friend, but it does offer a couple of different modes of gameplay. Game 1, you play against the clock. Your goal is to drive the course in as little time as possible. Each crash wastes valuable time, but you can have an unlimited number of crashes. If only life was so simple. Game 2, your goal is to accumulate as many points as possible. You gain points for speed and miles travelled over the course before losing 5 racing cars. So you need to press the gas and then accelerate, but if you lower your gear,
You accelerate.
it speeds up a little bit and you can modulate that. I never really use the brake, I'm more of a sort of a lift off the gas kind of driver.
Yeah. Drifting.
Yeah,
drifting.
you've been in the car with me. Your joystick will control your position on the track, but your gear shift buttons 1 and 2 combined with your accelerator will control your speed. As you accelerate, you will hear your engine working too hard. So yes, the idea is that you work each gear to its maximum capacity before switching to the next gear in order to increase your speed. So it's a fairly decent representation of a manual shift car. But this game is so difficult. That's the thing about it, is that I'm very happy to have it because the visuals are among the most impressive on the whole system, I think, at least of the first run of games. Like the things people are doing in homebrew now for Vectrex are like incredible.
Yeah.
Split screen gameplay is available. It's mad, but I've not really been able to kind of succeed in it, I feel, because it's very difficult. You die very easily.
It's like a very narrow, harder version of Outrun.
So it's fun, but it's simplistic. Learn to shift gears.
Okay, it's twitchy.
Yeah.
It's twitchy.
Yeah, was very pleased to have found this at the gaming market.
Yes.
I wasn't prioritising it in my general gaming hunt, but then it was there, so I had an excuse to get it straight away.
This is tough. Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions to you was, what's next on your Vectrex list? You've got quite a few games looking at your collection. Are there still many more that you want to get? Are you trying to get the whole collection?
I mean, some of them run very, very expensive, or are more rare than others. Especially, like I said to you before, there's Mindstorm built into the system, but if you wanted to get the Mindstorm 2 cartridge, which removes the glitch, that's going to cost you a lot of money. That's super rare. People also do produce multi-carts, which have all of the games and more. Like you can play the Star Wars arcade game on Vectrex because
I was
ported
thinking
it.
about how good that would look.
Some people pick up the Vectrex and immediately get their hands on a multi-cart so that they can play all of the Vectrex's library and games that have been made in homebrew since then. In fact, maybe the best thing about Vectrex is that its fan community is so healthy and active that there are always new things happening for the Vectrex. It's very easy to get hold of replacement parts, new games are being developed all the time, and of course, the Vectrex Mini is just around the corner, and who knows what that will do for the fan base. But personally, I like to get my games one by one rather than being overwhelmed with access to the entire library in one go. And I like the feeling of buying and selling games. I like the chase of getting a good bargain, except when I overpay, although it's nice to give a small business some money, even if you have maybe not bartered to the best of your ability. But yeah, I maybe will pick up a multi-cart in the future, and I'm certainly very interested in seeing what kind of homebrew games are out there. But for now, I'm just enjoying exploring the library at my own pace and picking up games as and when I'm interested. And that was the nice thing about getting Hyperchase at the Bristol Gaming Market, because it wasn't a game we went there to buy, it was just the game that happened to be there. And that's the kind of retro gaming experiences I like, when you happen upon something and discover new favourites by circumstance, not just by exhaustively exploring a library in a systematic way. But I'm not actively like buying games at the moment because we've got enough to look at for now.
Yeah, this is
It's tough, isn't it?
tough beyond.
It's really, really hard. And it's the sort of thing where it's like, imagine you've got a Vectrex and like Christmas birthday comes around and this is the game you get given. It's like, yeah, you're kind of stuck with this. This is your only game.
I think if it was your only game and
really good at it.
long time ago, you would get so good at it, you would just really enjoy it. Something that I felt with all of these games, maybe not this one yet, because I'm no good at it. You really get into the zone.
Yeah, you
like,
do
time
zone out
just
a bit.
seems to pass. They're not. Oh yeah, sorry for the awful gameplay.
I think your brain is free to get engrossed. You don't get overloaded with a to-do list or like
Tutorials and
loads of things distracting you from what it is you're trying to achieve. It's just one thing, often one button. You're just thinking about the game. You're not thinking about lots and lots of different things.
I have just been crashing and going constantly. Like there's no game over, as such. Again, though, something this simple, it's got so much variety in the backgrounds, like the telegraph poles, the trees.
Well, you think about how much data like that tree must take up. Like nothing. Like no, it's not even a picture of a tree. It's just some lines. Like it must be like such a tiny amount of information. And the artistry in it being like, oh yeah, we're going to design this like road and it's going to like get bigger. Like the skill in this is like quite. I mean, you really think about how did they do that? How did they, program it to have these trees like scale and stuff?
Yeah, the scaling is one of the standout things, isn't it? Like in.
It must be said that Hyperchase is crushingly difficult. The catharsis of the game is seeing yourself travel through different environments and watching the Vectrex produce these, frankly, incredible spectacles. The sense of 3D movement is actually very impressive. While I have some reservations about Hyperchase's gameplay, I think it is the best showcase of the Vectrex's graphical ability.
Like, look at this tunnel. Like, it's such a simple representation, but you get what it's showing you instantly. It's really effective. Oh,
what happened there? Did you get to the end? What? Is there an end? What happened?
I don't know. I just went diddly. End.